Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros, at your service. Today I will be reading the October 4th Facebook post and making a few comments on it, and I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. Here we go. The relationship between judgment and time. When you feel like you've been hurt by another, and you cannot seem to stop thinking judgmental thoughts about them every time they cross your mind, practice restructuring your relationship with time, the past, present, future. The ego will keep on insisting that because of what they did to you in the past, they must be judged and punished for it in the present. Buying into this thought system, bringing the past into the present, only creates a present and future like your past, and thus you will never find peace in the present moment. Instead, recall the power of free will that you have been gifted. Keep reminding yourself each and every time you bring the past into the present that you are hurting yourself. The key here is that you are doing this to yourself. You are choosing through free will to bring the past into the present, to hold on to the past. And thus, today, let us start taking more personal responsibility for our relationship with the idea of time. Today, let us discuss two things. First, what is judgment? And second, what is judgment and its relationship to time? We are love's creation. This is our truth. We are love. And its extensions are forgiveness, compassion, kindness, generosity, peace, joy. This is who we truly are. In truth, we are. We are this. Now, because this is love is all, because this is all, this is our truth. Truth is all. Anything apart from our truth is an illusion. An illusion that has been programmed into us by the ego as real. And so such things as judgment, anger, jealousy, resentment, revenge, all these things are inventions of the ego. They may seem real in the ego's illusionary world, but in reality they are illusions. They are not real. They are nothing. And the only way we can make nothing into something is by thinking they are real, by putting our time, energy, and focus into them. But equally so, you can put your time, energy, and focus while you're dreaming into the idea that you're flying, but in truth, you're not really flying. And so you see, these inventions of the ego are not really you. And so, another individual, we are all one. And let's say another individual, for this purpose as an example, cannot judge you. Now the ego would say they can judge you, but in truth the other individual cannot judge you, and you cannot in truth judge the other individual, because judgment does not exist in your truth. If you're sleepwalking through life, if you are buying into the ego's illusionary games, yes, sure, you can go ahead and play in that fairy tale and judge that individual and be shocked by them judging you. Shocked, angry, depressed that they judge you. You need to defend yourself. And you can play all types of games when they use their imaginary swords to try to bring you down. And then you use your imaginary shield and you play that game for as long as you desire to, until you get tired of it. And then you ask yourself, is there not a better way? And the better way is simply to realign with the truth in you. And when you're steady and strong in your truth, then their illusionary judgments, illusionary swipes with their illusionary play swords cannot hurt you. And that you know that when they're doing that, they're just sleepwalking. They're just dreaming. They're just asleep. And so, just as you would not judge a child for kicking you while they sleep, neither will you judge your brother or sister for judging you while they sleep. And so judgment is not true. It is an illusion. Now, judgment in regards to the idea of time, there is only the present moment. That's all that is truly exists, is the present moment. You are here now. The past is gone. The future's but imagined. And so what is in the past does not exist in reality. It is gone. The only way you can bring the past into the present is by your choice, your free will. And so when somebody judges you in the past, has judged you in the past, but you keep on bringing it into the present moment, then you don't have peace because you're not really in the present moment. The present moment is simply love, compassion, forgiveness, kindness. That is the present moment. That is the gift that our Creator gave us. That is who in truth we are. But we can, through free will, bring the illusionary past into the present. And therefore we never really see what's really going on. We never really understand our truth, our compassion, our kindness, our forgiveness. Because we're covering over the present moment with the past illusions. And then, because we're extending the past into the present simply gets extended. The present, which is really the past in the illusionary, in the ego's world, is extended into the future. And thus your future is simply an extension of your past. And so you never really experience the present moment because you simply go over it. You go over the present moment. The present moment always exists because it's the only thing that's really true. But if you're sleepwalking through life, if you've bought into the ego's illusions as real, you bring the past into the present and create a future like your past. And so this judgment that happened in the past is judgment that in truth does not exist. But because we believe in the ego and its fairy tale, we think it's real. But in truth, it's judgment that does not exist, which happened in the past, was the past does not exist. You're bringing this illusion into the present moment, and then you wonder why you're not at peace. You wonder why you don't have joy. You wonder why you're so confused, because you're doing everything the ego taught you to do. You're judging that individual because that individual didn't fit into the ego's very limited perception of reality. So if person A doesn't do what you've learned to be true, then person A is judged for not doing what you've learned to be true. But there's 7 billion people out there that have these different universal views, and so you'll be spending your whole life in judgment of these 7 billion people because they won't adhere to your belief system, your ego's belief system of what is right and wrong. And so you'll be bringing every time these judgments from the world, from those in the world who don't adhere to your beliefs, into the present moment, and then you'll never experience the present moment. You'll never experience your truth. You'll never experience your joy, your peace. And so that is our choice. We have free will. We've been gifted free will. We can experience our truth in the present moment because that's all that is real in the present moment. Or we can choose to bring our illusions into the present moment and thus create a present and future like our past. That is our choice. Now we have been given the tool of forgiveness. Forgiveness turns perception, illusions, into truth, knowledge. It simply erases the illusion. Forgiveness erases the illusion. Because forgiveness simply reminds you that what is not real is not real. And so you think it's real, and then you forgive it, and then that is dissolved, and it's not real. There's no more. Forgiveness frees you from the illusion. And so let's do that today. Let us simply remind ourselves that when we're having anger, judgment, resentment, jealousy, all those things that are not truly us, all we are doing is buying into the ego's fairy tale. All we are doing is bringing the past into the present. And therefore, let us not blame the outside world, because that's exactly what the ego would want us to do. It would say, hey, blame the outside world. Because why? Because if you start doing that, then the outside world has power over you. And the ego wants you to believe that the outside world has power over you. But you see, the outside world and the ego's world is just an illusion. It's not true. But if it convinces you that it's true, then you buy into its reality. But we've done that most of our lives. And what does that bring us? What does it bring us? Anger, resentment, jealousy, judgment, confusion, chaos, depression, sadness. Those are what the ego's gifts to us are. That's its fairy tale. We don't need that anymore. Every moment we can begin anew. Every moment, thanks to free will, we can choose to align with the truth within us, our true nature, the peace, love, compassion, kindness, joy, generosity that is the truth within us. And then when we start looking through that glass, through that truth into the outside world, when we view the outside world through our truth, then everybody's forgiven. Everybody's loved. If there's somebody sleepwalking through life, that's fine. That's just their journey. You respect their journey. Even if they, in their sleep, do not respect yours. You love them. You forgive them. You have compassion. You bring out your passion. You're joyous. You're happy for every moment. Every moment, because you remember that every moment is a gift that you're being offered. And then the more you do that, the more your light shines. And the more your light shines, the more other people feel this light coming from you. They feel your kindness. They feel your compassion, your forgiveness, your love. They respect your self-love. Because deep down inside, there's a memory within them that's trying to remind them of the truth within them. And you are being, you by simply being your truth is helping them remember that that same truth exists within them. And so let us simply be that today. Let us remember that when we are judging, we're simply bringing the past into the present. We're simply buying into the ego's fairy tale, and we've done that 1,000 times. Let's today, at least for today, let's not do that today. Let us simply stop that and remind ourselves what we truly desire. We truly desire to be ourselves, our true selves, the peace, compassionate, forgiving beings that we truly are. That is who we are. That is the choice we have in every moment. That is the gift of the present moment. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you'd be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, it would help with the listening process, and it might help somebody who can use this information find it someday. If you'd like to leave me a comment or a question, I would be delighted to try and offer a response. And if you can please subscribe to my YouTube videos, I would love to have you in this community. Again, thank you for your time. I love you very much, and God willing, we will see each other tomorrow. Peace.
It's 12 o'clock.